Buenos días, Feliz Navidad. That's the extent of my my Spanish for today. Merry Christmas, everyone. Today is December 25th, and it's Christmas. Some of us celebrate Christmas, some of us don't. I was talking to a student yesterday from Cairo, actually not Cairo, but Egypt, and they celebrate New Year's Eve. They don't celebrate Christmas. And a very weird way or different way of celebrating, he told me that they throw things out the window. They throw things out the window and things they don't want anymore so that other people can gather them, take them. And sometimes the streets get really, really messy with all those things. And I thought, well, that's a different type of tradition. You thought it was a little bit strange as well. You know, we all have our traditions at this time of the year. And sometimes our traditions are brought on by family, we've been in the same family or we've celebrated with this family for so many years, and this is how it's celebrated in this particular family. But in other families or in certain individuals, it's celebrated very, very differently. Some people don't celebrate it at all, and it's just another day. Well, for me, it's not just another day, and I'll tell you why it's not just another day. It's because I've always, always celebrated December 25th as being Christmas. And, as a kid, I celebrated it with my family, and I opened Christmas presents during the day. And as an adult, when I had my kids living with me, we celebrated it as a family, and they opened their presents. And now it's different. Now it's very different. But those memories are still lingering. And sometimes parts of me want to hold on to those old traditions. So this year, I'm in Mexico, right? And you've been following me along, you know that I'm in Mexico, and it's a different year. It's a different year. It's a different Christmas altogether. That doesn't mean that it's not right. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that it's different. That's all it really means. You know, how often do you hold on to things, people, places, things, memories, just because it's always been there or it's always been that way? We all do it. We all do it. We all want to feel connected to something we are familiar with. It makes us feel alive and it makes us feel like we are part of something. And then, of course, when we don't do what seems normal for us, it throws us off. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to say. You know, if you saw me today, you would go, well, that looks different from what you normally wear on Christmas Day, because I used to wear dressier clothes. I am wearing a colorful shawl that I'm using it as a skirt right now, but I don't normally wear this type of clothes on Christmas Day. But you know what? I also don't normally have a smoothie and a coffee on Christmas Day. I'm doing things differently. I'm doing things differently. Although it feels strange, it is still a way of celebrating my Christmas Day here in Mexico. Later on, I'm going to have a more traditional meal with some family. No, not family, with some friends, I should say, not with family. And later on, I'll also be calling my family. So the challenge to you is for you to consider, what are you holding on to? Now, there are some things that we want to hold on to and that we want them to be the same. But let's face it, over the last couple of years, we haven't had, or maybe I'll just say I, and you're probably included too if you're watching this, probably haven't had the same type of Christmas or the same type of experiences because we've all been affected by COVID, and that has changed the way we do things, definitely. Also on the one hand, we've had to change the way we do things. It's been more or less imposed on us. But within that imposition, there are still choices that we can make. So what are you choosing to hold on to because you want to, because those things are really important to you? And what are you choosing, or what could you choose to let go? To say completely, I can reinvent myself. I can reinvent my traditions. I can reinvent the traditions that I will hold on to for today or maybe for this year. And other ones I'm just going to put aside, because the bottom line is that everyone in the world celebrates differently. Everyone in the world holds on to traditions because it's just the way it is. And then even though some families hold on to traditions, there are still some individuals in those families, wherever they are in the world, that want things to be different and that do things differently because they want to experience something different. Just like this year, I am experiencing something different. Now, I have to tell you, when I decided to come to Mazatlan, it wasn't to experience something differently. It was purely financial. It was purely financial. But I realized once I got here that, wow, I'd be spending Christmas here, and that would be very, very different. So I didn't plan, on doing that necessarily, but it is what it is, that famous line. It is my reality, just like whatever your reality is, it is but choice, or maybe not by choice. Maybe not by choice, right? Maybe you are in this family and this is the way you've always celebrated, and so you think, well, this is the way we've always done it, so why not? But you know what? If you want things to be different, if you want things to be celebrated in a different way, why not add your tweak to it? Why not make it a little bit different so that you could say, yeah, I got one piece of me here in this holiday or in this celebration. I want you to be thinking about that. And in the year 2022, which is coming up in another week or so, maybe another week and a half, what is it that you want for yourself and for your family? It doesn't have to be the same old, same. You can recreate yourselves, including family. You can do things completely different, or maybe just a little bit different, right? Sometimes we don't go from 0 to 10 just like that. So you might want to gradually change some of your routines or some of your habits or some of your traditions and make them new traditions. Why not? Have fun, right? It's time for a little bit of adventure. Enjoy yourself during 2022 and for today. Just for today, if you're listening to this today, no matter what day it is, see if you can do things a little bit different today. And it doesn't have to be a huge difference, just something a little bit different. Challenge yourself. Enjoy the new experience. This is Linda G. Robert. You're back in the groove again, coach, helping you live your best life right now so you can love what you do. Let's get you back in the groove again. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's always some interesting things going on. And again, if you are celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas and have a joyful 2022. Bye now.